The food tastes really good. I like it.
So we're part of the Tang dynasty.
Oh.
Tang?
Tang.
Tang
Tang.
dynasty.
Yes.
That's where I'm from.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's a cool picture. Yeah, that's Tang Dynasty.
Yeah.
So you were in Xi'an?
No, it was
No.
yesterday. At a
Yesterday?
restaurant.
哪里？
燕宫.
燕宫是那个是 restaurant 吗
Yeah, it's a restaurant. So
Ah.
like it includes like the dress up.
Cool. Tang is that's the most prosperous period in China's history. Yeah. Tang.
So was that bit after?
Before.
Before?
Yeah.
But last,
Yeah, that is the dynasty lasted from 617 to 907. Lasted for 289 years.
Okay.
So like more than 1,000 years ago.
But when you move from one dynasty to another, is that peaceful?
War. No peaceful transmission between those dynasties. They overthrew the previous dynasty and started a new dynasty, and then another dynasty took over the previous dynasty. A lot of wars, a lot of killing.
In Beijing?
Everywhere in the whole country.
So would they be fighting here?
Yes.
In the
Forbidden City.
Okay.
On April 24th, 1644, those peasant uprising army, they attacked the city of Beijing.
Yeah.
And the emperor, the last emperor Ming of Ming Dynasty, right in that palace, the Hall of Heavenly Purity, who tried to summon his ministers, but no one showed up.
Yeah.
That's why he called in his empress and concubines and palace maid and his 3 sons, and asked the eunuch to send his 3 sons out of the city, disguise themselves like common civilians, and told them if there's any chance bring them to revive the dynasty. And then they left, but unfortunately his sons were captured and killed. And who asked his empress to commit suicide, she did it. Hung herself right in that palace. He killed his favorite concubines and also killed his daughter at the age of only 16 and 6 years old, respectively.
because they wouldn't be captured or what?
Before they finally attacked, eventually take over the Forbidden City. So he just wanted to kill them all before those enemies break into the Forbidden City. And then he and himself and a eunuch fly up to that pavilion on the top of the hill and oversee the city, which was consumed by fire and by fighting. A lot of people were yelling and crying, and who was so sad and cried out, and who walked to a tree and committed suicide by hanging himself out there. So that tree is still available. Could be seen right at the foot of that hill.
The tree?
Yes, on April 25th, 1644. Before he committed suicide, he wrote a last imperial edict. And he said that it's been 17 years since I claimed the throne. I've been weak and incompetent, and which annoyed the God of heaven and lied to the happen of the peasant uprising army. But all the major reasons is that all those ministers and officials who lied and fooled me. I will take off my crown because I have no face to face my ancestors. After I'm dead, those rebels can tear up my body, but please don't hurt my citizens. So that's the last words from the last emperor, who died at the age of only 34 years old, after ruling the country for 17 years. So that's a sad story about the last Ming emperor.
But are you in this in the Forbidden City? You're not seeing defence. You're not seeing
No.
Like in castles in England, you see turrets and like arrows and.
That's right.
This is not like you wouldn't defend it.
They had those kinds of facilities, defending our facilities around the city wall of Beijing. Right. But not in the Forbidden City.
Yeah.
So Forbidden City will be the last. Seems like the last resort to defend themselves. But nobody will fight against those rivals when they arrive into the Forbidden City. No. So they surrendered. So the eunuchs, who in charge of the defense of the whole city, surrendered to those rebels and opened the gate to those peasant uprising army. And then they come into the Forbidden City and lived in the Forbidden City for 42 days. And those Manchurian people came into Beijing and defeated those peasant uprising army and took over the Forbidden City, actually took over the whole country and started a brand new dynasty, which is called Qing dynasty, last for 267 years. And the last emperor, you see that, who was overthrown by the democratic revolution in 1911. And then which we started a brand new era of the country.
But a eunuch